steady night aboard the RMS Whodunnit, particularly for Dr McDogood, this terribly decent philanthropist and all-round jolly nice chap was found dead in the Pavilion pool. So steady yourselves with some refreshment, sit back and listen to the 8 principal suspects discussing the events. And now let's meet the stars of our show. We're in fine company this evening, apart from the dastardly villain, of course. Before we commence, each character is going to give a short introduction. So first up is Captain Crawley-Bumble, the master of the ship, salty sea dog, and a bumbling fool.
Madams, ladies, Captain Crawley-Bumble at your service, master of the ship, captain of the lifeboats and everything else. It's all gone a bit choppy out here, I can tell you.
Thank you, Captain. Now, Lady Iceberg.
Is anyone else dreadfully cold? Lady Iceberg here. Pleased to meet you, but rather inconvenienced by the whole affair, I must say.
Next up is the lovely Lily Iceberg.
Hello there. I'm Lily, Lady Iceberg's daughter. I'm here looking for a husband. Well, that's what Mummy wants. I'm not convinced.
Our next suspect is Madam Who, the what?
I am Madam. I am a madam. I've been around the block so often, I own it. Although I'm bred in the US of A, I'm a high-born, aristocratic, educated lady who have no discernible accent at all. I am so cosmopolitan. However, I would like to bring some class to these proceedings. And I must add, I have never seen such a miserable choice of nudes to paint. Nothing to write about home, sadly, darlings.
Suspect is the glamorous American singer Beryl Bolter.
Evening. Is this my best side? How about a song to cheer up the party? Oh, it's all a bit dull. Right, Beryl here, Beryl Belter, the singing star. Talk to my agent, we'll talk to young people.
We also have on board the dashing cricket star and a bit of a flirt, Roger Righthand.
What ho, ladies? Roger Righthand, batsman and tip-top sportsman here. Oh, an undeniably handsome chap. So Beryl tells me, and others.
Who we're also under suspicion is Flick, the chief engineer.
Hello everybody, I'm Cyril Slick, chief muscle around here. I'm in the engine room, keeping the ship greased and moving along. Have you seen these biceps? That's hard work, is that?
By no means least is the reluctant bellboy and flamboyant social climber, Marvin Marigold.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Marvin Marigold's here. The marvellous Marvin Marigold's, I might add. Bellboy to the top people. None of them lower deck sort of riffraff. I'm rather busy and rather important, even when I've got my marigolds on.
So, now you've met the cast, you know who's been murdered. Now we've got to find out who done it. So let's begin with scene 1. Take it away.
Righto, sailors, ladies and sirs. Yes, sir. I gathered you all here in first-class dining room to share some dreadful news. I'm sorry to say it's all gone bad for our friend and yours, Mr. McDogood. We found him face down in the Pavilion pool at 100 hours, sir.
How frightful. I'm frozen to the core.
I can hardly believe my eyes either. And I've got 20/20 vision, sir. I mean, lady.
But we had such a frightfully pleasant evening. He'd only just gone to bed. He didn't even touch the absinthe.
Oh, for devil. So you were the last to see him, lady?
Well, we all had dinner together, but we were all there. He walked me back to my room, and that was the last I heard of it.
Had a few to drink then, had he?
Maybe, but haven't we all? Such a chilly night. It's medicinal.
Yes, the doctor knew all about that.
What are you saying, Miss... whatever your name is?
Beryl ma'am. I'm saying he liked liquor. He was knocking him back good the other night. I should know.
What's all this, darling? You wasn't bowled over by the doctor? Dr McDogood being ungentlemanly?
You were there, Roger. Now that you haven't noticed, sure, he was a doctor and a decent fella for the most part, but not after a cocktail, that's all I'm saying.
My God!
Quite. And yes, Roger, you were busy flirting with old madam over there, so the doctor got carried away and rather suggested, half his age. Disgusting. Then he told me about you and madam. Who do you what? Fooling around behind my back? How dare you, Roger? I thought we were exclusive.
Oh.
Now, child. Don't go throwing accusations around. Watch it.
Yes, darling, you've had a fright. I would never play away. Just at home. Or on tour.
Exactly. And Beryl, darling, we were just chewing the fat. I was asking Roger to model as my next nude. Oh, my dear.
We're rather going off course here. Let me check. Yes, it's almost 2,300 hours, and we're barely short started.
Right. And anyway, young lady, where were you when all the commotion was going on tonight? You weren't at your usual singing spot by the bar, were you?
I was feeling sick. If you must know, I was getting some air on the top deck. Where were you? Painting my boyfriend?
I've got rather better things to do than listen to this, my dear. I'm a distinguished lady with money, talent, and brain. So I'm just going to batter your ridiculous, jealous accusations away, darling. If I want to paint him, I'll paint him. I'm a professional, not a liar.
Now, ladies. And what about the rest of you, eh? Marvin, matey? I sent you to run an errand for me earlier, and I never saw you again until now.
See, that was hours ago. You're getting a bit forgetful, old fella. I hope you're not suggesting...
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this, Marvin. You're always messing around and in and out of rooms. Some folks might find it suspicious, matey.
Doing my job, Captain. I went to see the doctor a lot, I won't lie. Wanted his advice, you see. I'd like to be a doctor myself one day. Can you see me, marigolds?
A doctor? Well, I find that rather odd, bellboy. Anyway, I just can't believe it. What's happened to our dear doctor?
Maybe he was having a swim and something went wrong.
I don't think so, sweetie. Someone did this.
You do know it all, don't you, my dear?
He was a character, the doc. Lily loved him.
What do you know about Lily, Mr. What's-your-name engine room boy?
It's Cyril, milady.
He was like a father to me. I suppose, especially since Daddy died.
Something else at all, shipmates. We didn't just find Dr. McDogood face down in the pool. We fished out a weapon. A cricket bat.
Well, that puts me in a rather sticky wicket. I'm sure you won't believe me when I say I've been looking for my bat for days.
No, Roger, I dare say we won't.
It's my most prized possession, signed by the team. My lucky bat. Someone stitched me up.
Not lucky anymore, my friend.
Found a clue. Talking of a sticky wicket, I think you all need to explain this. Roger's medical notes were found in Dr. McDogood's room. Told you, Roger, he wasn't doing you any favours, was he? Not much do-good in there. Clue number 1 is a letter. So there was a letter in there to the Cricket Association regarding Roger Right-hand. Patient complains of excruciating knee pain. Examination shows swelling and a torn ligament. This is not something painkillers will solve in the long term. My advice is an indefinite period of rest and gentle physio. No sport for the foreseeable future or risk further injury. No further action necessary at this point. Signed, Dr. McDogood.
Well, what can we make of that? Cyril, do you have a clue for us?
Yeah, it's a note from Lily. I don't know how Dr. McDogood
Mean.
he could have had a name he could pronounce. Got hold of this. It was in the doc's room. Meet me in the storeroom, 4 o'clock sharp. Love, Lily.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, that brings to a conclusion scene 1. Make of that what you will. Cass, if you'd like to have a little think about what questions you might like to ask.
The plot thickens, does it not?
So, who'd like to go first?
I would like to go first. Lily, who was the note for, my dear?
Pardon?
Who was the note for?
Well, it was for Dr. McDogood.
Oh. And what was it pertaining to?
Well, it's rather private, Mummy. It's rather private.
It's rather private.
Me and the doctor.
We'll see about that, Lily.
Can I just ask, Roger? You never told me that you were having to give up playing cricket. Were you happy with the doctor's decision?
I was devastated by the doctor's diagnosis. My career is over. It was as if he was washing his hands of me. Wouldn't help at all. And I didn't think much as a doctor or a man.
Could I ask the captain a question, please?
I hope not.
Captain, have you seen anything untoward occurring on the top deck at all?
Well, madam, I don't wish to cast aspersions, but I was experimenting with my new watch, checking the lifeboats on deck, and I did actually see something rather strange. It was Roger and Madame carrying on the top deck. You know,
Oh, how scandalous.
Me? You saw me carrying on? Me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you need to have your eyes tested, mister.
20 vision, madam, I will remind you.
Yes, but in this country of Specsavers, and that's not really very reliable.
Beryl, how are you feeling now?
Well, I'm still in shock at your. I thought we had exclusivity, and it would appear that you're a man that's free with his favours, and I won't lie to you. I thought we had a career together. You were a rich cricketer, and it would appear that you are unemployed.
Beryl.
Hello?
You've had a lucky escape. I think you've had a lucky escape. You found out before things have got too serious.
Could I ask a question, please? Roger, could you tell me how you feel about the doctor's note? Were they friends?
Well, as I've already said, I don't think much of the doctor as a man, or as even it wasn't cricket.
Could I ask a question, please? Your ladyship, Lady Iceberg.
Yes.
All this.
Well, I'm rather intrigued as to Lily's note, which I will discuss with her later. And I think it's a very poor do, actually. And the doctor was actually a very good friend of my dear late husband's.
Can I just say, Lady Iceberg, was your daughter a little bit wayward?
I don't think that's up for discussion with you, madam.
Why not?
With my daughter.
Oh, yes, but this is a murder inquiry, darling.
It is a murder inquiry, but I, as her mother, I think I have the right to have the first conversation with my daughter regarding this matter.
I think there's something going on here. That's something that's very, very strange.
Madam, you can think what you like.
And I will, darling.
Well, unless anybody's got any more questions, I think that brings us to the end of the first scene. So if you'd all like to take a little break, have a little think, get yourself some refreshments, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes. Then with scene 2. Take it away, cast.
Right, I'll be round here. Then I must count the lifeboats. It'll be over 1 hour since I've last checked them.
Right, Captain, but I hope you're not suggesting that I had anything to do with Dr. McDogood's death.
Well, something's going on now. Out with it, Lily, before we freeze to death.
It's my fault, Mrs. I love her. I just do. We love each other.
Cyril, I wasn't going to. It's not the right time.
What are you playing at, Lily? After all we've been through, you need a good, well-bred boy. Not this ne'er-do-well. Even Roger would be more suitable.
Now, that's rather below the belt.
She's got the measure of you.
You're missing something, though, dears. Why the devil was Lily's note in the doctor's room? I want to know.
Didn't approve. He'd found the note. I must have dropped it. He asked me to. He asked to speak to me about it just yesterday.
He was like a dad to Lily.
He thought he was, but my real dad would never stand in the way of my happiness.
No, exactly. That's what I said to Cyril.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Marv, yeah.
Tell her.
Never in my life have I met such a busybody as you, Marv.
Thank you very much. Busybody, I'm just helping these good people get to the bottom of things. Now out with it.
Look, I didn't want to tell you, Lily.
Oh God,
but
the
doc,
didn't realize, did you? No.
the doc threatened me,
No.
didn't he?
Brand new though.
He found a note and he'd had a word with me. I didn't want to use my muscle on him, but he almost pushed me to it.
What did he say?
Doc told me to stay away from you, Lily, because I'm not the right sort for you. He said he had ways and means of getting rid of me, of getting me off this ship without a job or a penny to my name. But I told him I did nothing to stop us being together. We didn't speak after that. I'm a big fella, and it brought me to my worst sides, so I stayed away. Told Marvin, didn't I? Had to tell somebody.
I can't believe the doctor would say that. This is because he found my note, isn't it? How dare he tear us apart?
Dear, maybe it was for the best. You and grubby trousers. I can't see a future in that. Can you? Living in some poky little house with 6 monkey little brats. Frightful. It would never happen to US of A, never.
Madam, do keep out of this. You're hardly heir to a fortune, are you? Just some cheap nudist artist.
And they call you a lady? Ah!
I'm just pleased he stepped in.
The doc got involved in rather too much of our business, though, didn't he? The old soak.
That he did. Sounds like he made a few of us feel a bit stormy, like. We were old mateys, the duck and I may as well say it to you fellows, since we're bowing ourselves out here in the cold. Ex-Navy, the two of us, we knew each other. Like, he stole my gal, the blighter, just like that. I was going to marry her when we got back on land, but he took her off me.
But that was a long time ago, though, wasn't it, old chap?
Yes, but it still hurts. Not that I do anything untoward, mind.
I thought he was a do-good type, but he seems to have rubbed a lot of yous up the wrong way. And as you, madam, you rubbed me up the wrong way. Oh.
That's easily done.
Forgive me for piping in, but I was a friend of the doctor and...
I don't think that's what you were. Cabin boy. More like a big nose in his business.
Way below the belt there, hey?
Don't be what you like, miss. But I saw something that proves he was good after all. I was there delivering his whiskey a few nights ago. And there it was, a letter from Lily's father, Lord Iceberg, just before he died. All full of thanks and niceties. Then again, the previous night, I walked into the doctor's room, forgot to knock, probably, and there was Madam Whodunnit face. They looked rather serious. That didn't seem so nice.
Oh, we're not allowed to have conversations now. You really are a troublemaker, young man. And I might add, a thief. I saw you with Rogers cricket bat yesterday, and I don't like to stir things up, but I saw you with it, didn't I?
Oh, come on, madam. You told me you were going to keep quiet. I was just having a game with some of the boys. I thought it was up for grabs.
Quite the bellboy, you sneak. And that's not all it is. You're not being completely truthful now. Are you a doctor, my foot?
Okay. Well, I wasn't really in the market for the doctor's apprenticeship. I was just filling my pockets with pills and things from his doctor's bag. I know it was wrong, but in London you can make a fortune selling this stuff on, and I've got to make a living anyway. The old doc caught me red-handed, grabbed me by my throat actually, and he said he'd lose his medical licence if word got out. Threatened to tell the police, get me locked up, the old shebang. He said he thought I was no good at all.
Gosh.
And I totally agree, and so would President Trump.
Gosh, this is a letter Marvin spoke about. It's from my late husband to Dr McDogood. Seaview House, Paynton, Devon, 17th of March, 1923. McDogood, my dear chap, it's been a while since we've seen each other, and there's a reason for that. I can't travel anymore, old friend. I'm rather ill, gravely so. Those miserable so-and-sos at the hospital tell me. It's my heart, which I must say has been so full ever since Lily came into our lives. It's giving out now, and I don't have long, so I just wanted to write and tell you this, my dear friend. I must commit pen to paper and say thank you. Thank you for the joy and laughter that you've made possible. The lie doesn't matter anymore because I still believe we did the right thing, and I'll take it to my grave. I'm so grateful. Yours, Alfred Iceberg.
Well, the plot is certainly thickening now. I don't know if you're making anything of it. I'm certainly not. So, just going to have a little break. So, if you'd like to start us off.
Adam, what were you and the doctor talking about?
Well, it was quite political, and it went to aerodynamics and the state of the West, the political state and the economic revivals. That's what we were discussing. Believe me, I never lie. I never say no, but I never lie.
Mm-hmm.
A question for Cyril. Cyril, what did you think of the doctor?
Good question. I thought he was a top bloke. But I think he was a top bloke. I don't have anything to say about it other than that.
And Marvin, I think Marvin, you've explained about your run-in with the doctor.
Nothing there.
Captain, please, you tell us you've had some heartbreak. Who is it that's broken your heart? Surely it's not me. I've only been on the boat a week.
Truth to tell, madam, it's not you. I must admit, and it's not madam or anybody on the boat right now. The truth is that I was going to get married many years ago to Cynthia. I was working with the doctor, and as you know, he took her away from me, and I've never ever been able to have a relationship with anyone since. But
heartbreaks. Oh my!
I don't mean that doesn't mean I harbored ill will to the man and wished that he was no longer living. Right, obviously someone else on his boat.
Yeah, that I'm afraid that puts you top at suspect list.
I was thinking that myself, sir.
anybody any more questions?
I'd just like to finally say that Marvin, he deserves a good hiding.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. I can't. If I was Snoop.
Excuse me, gentlemen and ladies. Could I ask Marvin a question about his run-in with the doctor?
Yes, yeah. What do you want to know? What do you want to know, Captain?
In particular, were you so offended with the man?
Oh, he caught me pinching pills, didn't he? And that's how I got into trouble with him. And and that was it. He could have given me elbow from ship, couldn't he? You know what I'm saying?
So, how do you feel about that? Was he blackmailing you, for instance?
Oh no, he won't. No, but he did tell me. He did say you keep away from them pills, else you will be in trouble. So that's what I did.
Gentlemen, why didn't you just shoot each other? That's what we do in America. This country doesn't allow it.
Some people left to play characters.
So Marvin, weren't you frightened? Weren't you fearful of the doctor that he knew this about you?
Well, yeah. Well, that's why I didn't go in there again. Made sure I kept my nose clean. Didn't pinch any more pills.
So you didn't feel that you needed to bump him off?
Quiet and make him so he didn't say out again.
Yeah.
Trying to say. No, I didn't. I wouldn't do that. I could not do that to a person or another human being.
There speaks a typical Englishman. Yeah. All mouth, no action.
I'd like to ask Roger if he can tell me what his feelings are for Madame.
Oh.
Well, I must admit I've been seeing Madame a little bit more than one cares to admit.
Yeah.
And she did tell me a few googlies, I suppose, along the way. Never mind the doctor, though.
I don't suppose, Roger, that Madam Hoody, what's her face? What did she paint you wearing just a cricket bat, did she?
Well, I'd lost my cricket bat. I've no idea what I'm... Honestly, I have lost my cricket bat.
You're obsessed, you gentlemen. You're just obsessed, aren't you? Everything to do points at a woman being guilty.
Got any more questions? I think that ends scene 2. Back on the RMS Whodunnit, and scene 3 is underway, so take it away.
I didn't realise how close Daddy and Dr McDogood were.
Yes, I suppose they were.
You don't know why was Daddy saying thank you? As though Dr McDogood had given him a kidney or something.
Maybe he did, although the doctor was all take in my experience. Trying it on with me like that, awful. I don't care how much he had to drink.
Well, Daddy was all give. He gave me this necklace.
Yes, let's change the subject. It's beautiful, Lily.
I've had it since I was a girl.
Where's the other half?
I don't know. Maybe there wasn't one.
There will be somewhere.
Well, if we're looking for things, maybe you can help find some answers. Like, who stole my cricket bat and frayed me?
Oh, darling, you're so confident it was stolen. Not that you lost your temper because the doctor told you your career is over. Over. All dead and buried.
Oh, Morspin, darling, you really are an angry young diva, aren't you? What did I do to you?
You and Madam carrying on.
Oh, please. Can we just get back to the doctor and sort this mess out?
Quite right, madam. A misplaced bat here, a little love affair there. It's hardly what we're here for. We're here to talk about the doctor and his many sides.
Yeah. And I said he was a top bloke earlier on, and now I see he wasn't. The doc was a meddling, no good so-and-so.
I think we should all stay calm. I just want to find out who killed my husband's close friend. Not all of this riffraff, posturing and accusing. It's shameful.
Shameful? Shameful? I'll tell you what's shameful, my dear. The lot of you are shameful.
Oh, what? Shipmates? No, we're sailing off course again.
Yes, sir. I don't know where she's going with this.
Was she the cat's mother?
No, she's not the cat's mother. She's Lily's mother.
Oh!
Oh, wonderful.
Oh!
You're such a boring lot. Really are. I should never have come. I was going to kind of spread a little bit of class and no, it doesn't work here now. No. I'm back to where I belong. Please don't comment.
No.
Steady on, Lily. This is all rather a shock. We've got a page from Dr McDogood's diary here. Over 20 years ago. Ready? This is a clue, by the way. Diary, Monday the 6th. It's done. Now, I can't say with any real confidence I know who I am anymore. I'm supposed to be a man everyone can trust, but I've done something wrong. I lied to help a friend. I signed the forms. Said Madam Whodunnit wasn't fit to be a mother. She's in hospital ill, that's true enough, but she's not unfit. It was a lie. I had a little baby Lily removed from her care to save Alfred Iceberg's reputation. He was a scoundrel, a cheat, but I wanted Alfred and his family to have the child they yearned for. It was wrong, but I cannot let myself feel guilt. I signed the forms on my own free will. Lily's mother was a harlot. And Alfred and his wife were the right people to care for Lily. Of course, Alfred was wrong to have the affair. It was foolish. But he knows that. This is his chance for happiness. I know he would do the same for me. This is where the truth will live. Here is where it will stay. And we will all go on with our lives. I will keep remembering that. I did a good thing for that baby. That I am good. And I will endeavour to do good for the rest of my life. What a corking letter that is.
Oh, it's true, madam, is your real mother, darling.
No, you are. What are you talking about?
I, with you, when we first came aboard, I could see the likeness.
But I'd never met you before. I can't. I don't know what to say.
Poor dear.
I never thought you'd meet each other, and I certainly didn't want you finding out in such wretched circumstances. But with this whole grisly business, it's going to come out. You needed to hear it from me.
I need a drink.
What? What are you talking about? How could Daddy do that?
He just wanted the best for you.
It's all in the past now. I might have given birth to you, but Lady Iceberg is your mother. Let there be absolutely no quarrel about that.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say.
We all wanted the best for you. We wanted you to marry well and secure, unlike us.
I don't see what that's got to do with anything, ma'am.
Yeah, and what about me? She can be happy with me.
Swaddle. Dr. McDogood was making empty threats about ruining you, engine room boy. He just wanted to warn you off. But I fear all it did was put fire in your belly to do something frightful.
So now you're accusing me. What about you, angry old woman?
Look, you'll never be together, okay? Just face it, over my dead body, Cyril.
Well, careful what you wish for, me lady. There's a murderer. A murder weapon.
That sounds like a threat.
Well, maybe it is. Don't mess with me, any of you. Actually, I think it's about time Marvin spoke up. Sorry, you're a pal, but you ever gonna own up about the cricket bat? You were just playing cricket with it, were you? This has got out of hand.
We found the clue. Right. The notes from the doctors that attended Dr McDogood. And by the way, Cyril, you're meant to be my mate. You're trying to stitch me up. I've already told you I didn't do anything bad with Roger's bat. And besides, you have no proof. You weren't snooping around the doc's room. You didn't see what I saw. You weren't the one pinned up against the wall. You didn't see what was really going on. Sometimes being a busybody pays. It's a medical record number 76. On duty doctor, Dr. John Fonthill. Date 24th of March 1926. Time 2200 hours. Name of patient, Dr. Denzel McDogood. Date of birth approximately 60 years old. Examination notes. Time of death within the last 4 hours. Most likely cause, head trauma and drowning. Murder weapon, cricket bat. Blow to the left side of the head. There must have been a struggle. The cricket bat was found on top deck. Victim discovered in Pavilion pool, lower deck. Signed J. Fonthill.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
Well,
Mm.
Well,
There's a few moments going on.
questions which our cast will be asking, and then it's time to make our decision as to who's done it. So if anybody'd like to start us off with the questions.
I want to. Does anyone's story sound particularly fishy?
Well, Marvin told me
Oh,
the cricket bat had disappeared. He looked everywhere. Like he wanted to keep it and use it.
Anything else?
Well, we all know about the Americans' propensity to shooting first and asking questions later. Madam.
Yes. That's my country.
Indeed, the First
Dog
Amendment.
strikes.
Lily and Cyril, what are you going to do now?
Well, when this cruise is over, I think I'll, depending on Cyril, I'll I'll marry my Cyril.
Oh, Lily, really?
And I'll sell the necklace.
Marvin. Marvin.
Can I just say that Lily asked me to run away with her. She said she wanted to leave all this mess behind. So now, why is she planning to run away with Cyril, Lily?
I didn't say I was going to run away. I was planning to marry him. If he's still got the job on the cruise ship, I will be sailing around the world with him.
That does sound fishy, don't you think? Sailing around the world, you're very, very difficult to communicate with. So is this an admittance, perhaps, of a little bit of guilt?
Can I ask the captain, when he goes round the ship every hour, does he go around? Does he go around all the decks?
Obviously certain parts of the ship which I have to concentrate on, and I might have to leave you very shortly to carry out my inspection of the lifeboats. But there are priorities. There are certain parts of the boat I never go into. I don't investigate the parts of the boat with the engine where Cyril works, for instance. I trust him to...
I would just like to know, for somebody who does an hourly inspection, why the body could have been there for up to 4 hours. Did you discover the body?
That's a very good question, madam.
As
I said, I don't always visit every part of the boat, and sometimes I avail myself of a little liquid refreshment, and perhaps...
Especially when the boat's rocking around as much as it is.
It's making me seasick.
I'd like to ask Marvin.
Yes,
where the cricket bat is now. Do you know where the cricket bat is?
I don't know where the cricket bat is now. It was in the. I believe it was. Was it found in the at the murder scene?
No.
No.
I don't believe so.
I can't remember.
It was found in the pool next to the body.
Could I interject? Yeah, fine. So, I'll do so.
We found the cricket bat. It was in the pool with the body.
Oh, it was in pool with body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I intercede, please? I seem to remember the last person who was familiar with the location of the cricket bat was Madam herself, when she spotted you with it.
Did Madam, when Madam was friendly with Roger, did she take the cricket bat from Rogers to try and blame Roger?
Actually, I witnessed Madam and Roger. Roger was aiding Madam with her cricket manoeuvres, shall we say, but there wasn't a ball in sight.
What a lot.
I was practicing in the net.
Getting a bit close.
What an imagination you British have. What an imagination. I'm going to get the first private plane back to the US of A, I'm afraid.
We don't have
you something to hide, Madam?
Oh, no, certainly not a cricket bat. No. I'm just so bored with you. Right. People who are so not worthy of my company. I've not brought any class, as I'd wanted to these proceedings. I think it is just very low slum level. I might have to say goodbye.
Bye.
We're all suspects at the moment. How are we all feeling about that?
Oh.
Well, somebody had stolen my cricket bat.
Yeah, that's
Got
true.
to be one of the other suspects.
True. Well, I stole it for a laugh, didn't I? But then I didn't know where it had finished up after that.
Can I just say that there is absolutely I am not a suspect. I spent very little time with Dr. McDogood.
Hey, can I just say that I know Dr. McDogood was a bit of an interfering old man, but he was my daddy's best friend, and
That's true.
I certainly wouldn't want to kill him, even though he was trying to cause trouble for me, but I certainly wouldn't want to kill him.
I hope you realise it's getting rather chilly out here.
Oh, yeah, stop putting the cardigan on, old chap.
And the clue is, I saw Madam crying the other night at the top of the ship. She tried to hide it, but she was hysterical. Make of it what you will.
Oh, that was because I got a message from home that my cat has got a cold. Let me into his spirit. I'm such an animal lover. And you don't believe me?
It was nothing to do with finding out who I was.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think you're quite a nice gal. I do approve. I think you're a very well brought up young lady.
Thank you very much.
Well, welcome.
We've finished asking questions. I'd like to invite you all to read your closing statements, and then it's up to yourselves and our audience to decide who has done this hideous crime. So can I start, please, with Captain Crawley-Bumble?
My hearties, this is frightful. Mr. Dr. McDogood got a belter after all, right round the old here. Poor fellow. He got himself into some real hot water with young Lily and Madame, but whoever walloped him was out of order, sir. In fact, get them overboard right now, sir. Being honest, like we had a bit of a falling out over a woman, fisticuffs and all, and it still breaks me heart, me hearties. I've never met another woman like her. The chips to my fish she was. But Dr. McDogood stole that away from me. Have I ever forgiven him? No. But did I do it? Well, on my honour, I did not.
Thank you, Captain. Lady Iceberg, could we now have your closing statement, please?
All we do as parents is try to do the right thing and try to make our children happy. I only ever wanted Lily to believe we were her real parents. Me and Dr. McDogood knew the truth. But how could dear Dr. McDogood be so careless to leave his diary lying around? How could he be so stupid? The mess he created, my. As soon as Madame boarded the ship and I saw her, I just knew everything would come crashing down. I couldn't let that happen. But that's in the past now. All I can hope is that Lily makes the best of her life and marries the right man and not some twerp with nothing to offer.
My dear Lily, would you like to give us your closing statements?
It's all rather confusing. Suddenly, everything I thought was true, it's a lie. Everything topsy-turvy. I feel rather seasick. I was so mad at the doctor trying to tear me away from Cyril with the lies. I don't care if he's got nothing in the bank. He's a wonderful man. Don't need money.
Silly girl.
And besides, at least he's honest. Nobody else is. But it wasn't me. I'm not much of a fighter. I don't have it in me. Not now.
Oh, thank you, Lily. Madame, would you like to give us your closing statement?
Absolutely, Jonathan. So you will point to me because I'm rich and educated, very lovable, very, very humanitarian, and well, it has to be because she's American. So, it's one thing to live a life full of artistic freedom and experience, as I have done. Quite another to do whatever you want, without a care for people's feelings, their hearts, their loves. The doctor was surely doing what he thought was right, and I can't hold that against him now. I just feel so sad for the icebergs. The whole life is a lie. Poor darlings. I hope he can rest in peace now, because I can't see how he could live with what he did.
Thank you, Madame. Beryl, could we now have your closing statement?
There must be a million more fabulous ways that I could be spending my evening. I'm a star, for goodness sake. And I'm not talking about spending it with Mr. Right Hand, who at this moment can take a hike with his stupid cricket bat too, the scoundrel. I just don't care. The doctor was a horrible old man, a total creep. He just wouldn't leave me alone. And there was no way out but overboard. Well, now, at least that's one problem solved, frightful man. I just need a rest. Oh, please, someone get me a cocktail.
Thank you, Beryl. Roger, could we have your closing statement, please?
Well, the cricket bat was a bit of a blow. Puts me right in the crease. But I'm not the only handsome, suave, sophisticated cricket player on this boat, am I, ladies? It's true, the doctor didn't like me much. He was intent on ruining my career, wasn't he? I mean, how easy would it have been to put some spin on it and to refer me to one of his specialist chums? Come on, he was out to get me, not the other way round. Maybe he was knew about Madam, probably had the hots for her too. Now, where's my whiskey?
And you ever come back down again? And it's always me, isn't it? Just because I'm American and rich. Very rich.
Can we have your closing statement, please?
Who?
Cyril.
Cyril?
Yeah.
He had quite a temper on him, the old do-gooder. Then again, so have I. He lied to me. He kept me away from my Lily.
Oh.
I must say, but kill him? Are you having a laugh? But he stuck his oar in like nobody's business. Lily wasn't even his. I think he forgot that much. No place telling me he couldn't be together. I'm not saying I liked the fella, but he didn't deserve to die.
Thank you, Cyril. Marvin, could we now have your closing statement, please?
Well, he didn't definitely didn't want me snooping around. He made that pretty clear. But I suppose I did see round more than what I should have, and I pushed my luck. But it didn't have to threaten to ruin me so completely. I was just trying to earn a living, you know. I got away with thieving the cricket bat, and I know it was wrong. But it's just the thrill of it, you know. And to rub Roger up the wrong way, you know what I'm saying. Cleaning the toilets and running round after rich snobs is hardly my idea of a cup of tea.
You really are all above your station, aren't you?
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Now, I hope you and our audience have got enough information to make a decision as to who they think has done this dastardly deed. So I'll give you all a few minutes to get your thoughts together, and then we'll come back and do the big reveal when we've heard what you've got to say. Deliberating.
Yeah.
I think we'll do it in the same order as our statements, and we'll start with Captain Crawley-Bumble. Would you like to tell us who's done it and why?
Sure, ma'am. I can't help but think that Madam, although she seems to be the most innocent amongst us, has probably got reasons of her own. You all know our reasons for wanting to do it. We don't know about her because she's a mystery.
Racism!
And she's American, of course.
Of course. You Brits never, you Brits, yeah.
Lady Iceberg, can you tell us who you think did it and why?
Well, I don't like to say this. My daughter has been quite secretive in some of her escapades. But my gut feeling is Roger right hand. And why? Because he was deprived of his career.
A very good deduction, darling. Really good.
Lily Iceberg, could you tell us who done it and why?
Well, I don't really want to say, but I think Mummy, Lady Iceberg.
How could you? How could you, Liz?
I'm sorry, Mummy, but it's just that you were so upset about the doctor being so careless about the details of my birth.
Only to protect you, my darling, only to protect you.
But I think that's what, in a fit of anger, I think you must have killed him. And that is why. Although I don't want you to.
Lily, I'm absolutely aggrieved.
Madame, who do you think done it and why?
Well, I would say Lady Iceberg, because I can't see her as a lady. I really, it's beyond me. And she has motive.
I can't paint nude.
Well, the thing is about you mothers, you British mothers, cling obsessively to your children. And in America, we just give them away. You know, we don't want them to give them away, and we have homes for them. But you young mothers here, you British mothers, you are so obsessed with saving your daughter from destruction. I would think you're capable.
Thank you, Madame. Meryl, who done it and why?
Well, originally I thought the captain, because he had a broken heart, and the doctor starts him from marrying and leading a lonely life. And it's because he toured the ship every hour, and the body was dead for 4 hours. And why wouldn't he find it in the pool? And then, with more evidence, I decided Madam became friendly with my love, Roger, to get her hands not on his naked body to paint or charcoal, but to get her hands on his cricket bat and his box. And with the cricket bat, she went to see the doctor, invited him up onto the pool, and hit him with a bat. So I would say Madam killed the doctor because the doctor took her baby.
That's your final decision.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Roger, who do you
Racism
and why?
Well, I know who did it. It was Cyril. Cyril Slick, the ship's grease monkey. Young, strong, angry young man. And he found Dr McDogood a meddling, no-good so-and-so. Why? Because the doctor wanted the best for our Lily. The doctor said he would get him off the ship, and Cyril will not have a greasy job, nor a penny to his name. According to Cyril, nothing could stop him and Lily being together.
No.
The doctor brought the worst in Cyril. Well, don't worry, Cyril. You're out for a duck this time. I look at the corker Lily. Because she can play with my corky ball anytime.
My Cyril isn't violent. All I can say, he is strong, but not. No, he hasn't got a violent bone in his body.
Cyril, who do you think done it and why?
Well, I think after that from Roger,
You think you done it?
I can't. He's just trying to deflect it. And as for Lady Iceberg, I mean, that halo that she's wearing just don't fool nobody. No, the person that's not been mentioned here, and I think he's trying to get away with it, is Marvin.
Ooh. Oh my!
And why did I do it? Why would I do it? Old Cyril.
Oh my!
Yeah, well,
Why would I want to kill him?
Stole medicines, stole drugs,
Drug addict.
right? Stole.
So Marvin, who do you think done it and why?
Well, I think it has to be the captain. He said he didn't harbour all that grudges from previously, from when the doctor stole his girlfriend. But I actually think he does harbour, and he's the man who's done it. Guilty.
Well, thank you. And I'd just like to, I know we can't do a proper round of applause, but I think you've all done brilliantly well. Can I ask the murderer, or even the dogs are getting excited?
Madam, what? Are we still running away together?
Reveal themselves.
Well, as I said, I've got a private embassy plane waiting outside for me, so that might give you a clue that I am going to leave Britain as and when immediately, because I did the old man in. Right?
What a surprise.
Would you like an explanation? Would you like motive, which is, I think, is very strong.
Read it. Yeah.
And very acceptable and very understandable. I knew what he did. Lord Iceberg told me the truth many moons ago. I never thought I'd see Doctor again, and I'm sure as hell he knew he wouldn't see me. When we first met on board, I thought, perfect, finally. This is my chance for revenge. Revenge is one of the sweetest motives. He took my baby from me without a thought for me. I wept for weeks and begged to have my baby back. And said it was too late. I know, I never recovered. All those feelings just came flooding back. The anger, the betrayal, without a thought for my feelings on my little girl. But then old Roger, the philanderer, was just playing the field. I knew he'd never leave Barrel for me. So I took his cricket bat, oh yeah. He wiped it off, that snotty bellboy Marvin. Oh, how I wanted to frame Roger and wipe the smarmy smile off his face. No one makes, and then it was done, no one makes a fool of me. I wasn't unfit to be a mother. I wasn't mad. I am now. And the other half of the necklace, it's mine. I've worn it every day. I'll never take it off. And now, goodbye. My plane is waiting. Good night. Would you all?
Come back!
expelled from the choir. I will never sing again.
I'm here looking for a
Talent.
Talk to my radio people.
Have you seen these?
I think Marigolds here.